but I really cherish that. So one of the things that I know that I want to be looking forward to is making time. Like, traveling up to Penn State and then leaving Penn State to come to Maryland for you was like, that was what was going to happen. I don't, by any means necessary. I just want to be more intentional in making sure I'm making time for you guys, even though I know I'm working, 2 jobs. I really just want to make sure that I make time for you guys.
What I told you last week? I was like, your job's starting to get in the way of our relationship.
I'm sorry, you guys. She did. And I really...
No, I was
we
very
didn't even
clear.
get no free...
I was clear. No, I haven't. I was like, your job is really starting to get in the way of our relationship.
First of all, she had invited me out to do the
reflexology.
And I was like,
I'm busy.
I was like, so what time?
I'm working.
She was like, 1 o'clock. I was like, I'm
Again?
working. She was like, boo.
Yeah.
And then when she was
I was
asking
like, let me
me,
tell her
you
that.
going to Nicole, say, Nicole, baby, I'm so sorry. I was
not.
like, I'm working. She was like, listen, Jazz, your job is getting in
getting in the
between
way.
our relationship.
Yeah.
And
I
he's
was like,
in school now.
Right.
I was like,
I
well,
thought she said this was just going to be to senior year. She
I
lied.
did.
From what I hear, college is expensive.
College is expensive,
I hear that
y'all.
too.
So I was just like,
So
oh my
they're in
God.
the
So I felt
military.
bad. So I'm really, really appreciative and really happy for you guys.
So that was one.
That was one. I'm happy for my intermittent fasting. Okay, I have to tell you guys.
Yes.
I love
my favorite thing.
Listen, it's my favorite thing. I love
It really
intermittent
is.
fasting. You guys, the weight is just falling off. It's really effortlessly. Like, I don't even think about it. Like, so I'm very appreciative and very happy of intermittent
What's
fasting.
the time
guys.
you do again? You do
So
from...
I eat between 11 and 7, and I fast for 16 hours. And during my fasting time, all I'm drinking is like water. I can have tea. I can have coffee, just not putting no sugar in it. But yeah, I love intermittent fasting. If you guys don't know about it, I'm gonna cover that for you guys one time.
Yeah, that would be a
But
good
I
time.
love intermittent fasting. And what's my third
Last
thing?
one.
Me.
Favorite thing. That's a
I
big
love
one.
Yes.
me. It's my favorite thing is that I'm really, really being more intentional and really just loving me, flaws and all. Yeah, like
Remember
I'm
that song
taking
by Tamia? And her name is me.
You didn't have to sing it. You could.
And she loves
No,
you
you could have just
more
gave
than
the title. Even though I wouldn't have known, you could have just gave the title.
We finally see that love in
it's
me.
just me. It's me. It's
I done
definitely
drunk
me.
all my wine on that.
It don't seem to work. Oh, sorry.
You like? Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Go
a
ahead.
sip on that one, you guys.
Sit over and
But
sip
yeah,
my
just
tea.
me.
That's
That's my
a good
favorite
thing.
thing.
I like
Yeah.
that. That's a good favorite thing.
Yeah.
That's a great favorite thing.
Kiki.
So I didn't think that I had anything. I'm not really a thing person.
Yeah.
But just from the list that we have, everything's don't have to be tangible things.
Absolutely.
But one new practice that I have is yoga.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she
This little pretzel.
Listen, I love yoga. Like, honest to God, I've been doing yoga for over 2 months now, and I always wanted to do yoga. Like, always wanted to do yoga. I finally got a family subscription to the YMCA. Me and my daughter go. I go twice a week. And I mean, you grow so much in it, regardless of where everybody is at. I mean, my daughter's doing headstands.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Take up yoga.
I'm about to say,
And I don't mean no hot yoga.
No hot yoga.
Listen.
Here.
Thank you.
I'm the
foolishness.
only thing hot that I'm doing, which is
wings.
attached to yoga. I like wings, but attached to yoga is the sauna. I absolutely love the sauna.
yeah. I do like the sauna.
That's a favorite
They
thing.
have one in my gym.
But to be able to hit the mat and be totally engrossed in the mind, the body, the connection, the warmth, the release, and see how far your body can go from day 1 to day 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking to
Again,
get
not
flexible.
not in comparison to what anybody else is doing, but in comparison
you.
to where
Yeah.
you
Your
began
growth.
in your journey. And in yoga, you can really go so far. So yoga is my favorite thing. My other favorite thing in this season is a person, and it's my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all really are like,
Y'all definitely
y'all
have
are.
a lot
yeah.
closer.
Bae.
It's really good.
That's
Really good
bae.
relationship.
And we've had our trying years, and I remember when she was a little girl, I would always pray that me and her would have a good relationship. Like, just for some reason, I just felt like that relationship just required a little bit more prayer than the rest.
Yeah.
Not that it was more difficult, but I knew that it was more special. Not more special. I knew that it was special and it would be challenged.
Yep. And you had an experience.
Exactly.
That might, you know, govern that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
I can relate to that.
Yeah. So just being with her, she's 16 now, spending time with her, shopping with her, spending my money on her.
That
It's
was
not
hilarious.
the best thing that I enjoy doing. But just watching our relationship just evolve from where it was. And she's like my best. She's like a sister. You know, my hair look crazy, she gonna say something. My clothes don't look right, she gonna say something. You know, she's gonna give that real best honest advice, and I can do the same thing for her. I don't have any siblings, and I don't have anybody that looks like me, so when I look to her, I'm like, that's what my sister would look like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm still a
love
mother.
it.
I do too.
Yeah, but I
still
think
her
you have a
mother.
good balance, and I
you
can
have
say,
to.
you know, from our side, like when you get a chance to interact with people's kids, you do kind of see where the parenting is coming in and where that is, and I understand that kids get old and they do what they want to do, but at that juncture, like where Zai is. And she's just such a phenomenal young woman.
Yeah.
Same thing,
Yeah.
same experience I get when I talk to Darion. Like I look and listen and engage with the two of them. And for me, with a younger child, I'm taking it all in, and I'm seeing how you ladies do with your kids and where you put your energy and the prayer and all of that. And so it gives me guidance. And I love her. Both of them. They don't watch Camille.
Yeah.
So my other favorite thing.
Oh, you got 4?
Okay.
I
more.
only said 2.
Was to be able to see them interact during family and friends weekend. I truly
that was a
appreciated
favorite thing.
having them two cousins just kind of be with each other to the point that they didn't even need us there
Right.
anymore. It was just like-
And they hadn't seen or
like-
been around
yeah.
each other in a
Oh,
long
in a
time.
long
It was like an
time.
unspoken
Like that.
language. Like
It was just like, y'all don't got to come back from Harrisburg.
Yeah.
Stay out there.
Yeah.
Like, what? Excuse me?
Yeah, they had their own
Yeah,
connection.
they had their own connection. It was just
Yeah.
like, and I love that. And I always wanted him to kind of just really be really protective, be really supportive, be that
Be a
big
cousin.
cousin that they can come to and talk to about any and everything. If you needed to check them, you the one that can check them. You know, if Kia feels though I can't talk to her, she should be able to go to my son and be like, listen, I need you to talk to your
This was
cousin
going
for me.
on.
Like, this was going on.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were together like that, shout out to my sister, Nita, she was there too.
She was.
All three of
I'm
them
so glad she
together,
came, too.
along with Johnny,
Yeah.
his friend Johnny. I just was like, that was my favorite thing this
Right.
year, was to have all 4 of them together that whole entire weekend enjoying each other.
Right.
Aw.
That was big.
your
My third favorite thing is I would say lattes.
Oh.
I love
love
lattes.
lattes.
So my job is the
What's
best
your favorite
job.
kind?
French vanilla.
Okay.
So at my job, they have these coffee stations, and they have
course,
these
it's her
machines.
job, you
So
guys.
I never really. I do black coffee. Like I could do black coffee. I
no
don't need
sugar, no
flavor, no
cream.
sugar, no
That's the
cream.
kind of girl I
Because
need.
I'm only doing it for the energy, right?
Right. Oh, that's true. See, I
However,
like the experience.
Yeah. But with the latte, you know, and the cappuccino, it get a little frothy.
Frappuccino.
I had to move, because now I'm thinking about the experience, you
She
know?
got her yoga.
And you get to see it.
got lattes.
Listen, the milk is coming in, and the espresso is coming
I
in,
feel like
and
she's
it's
making it sexual.
no, like
seems a little sick. I'm getting a little
we ain't even gonna get on Jill Scott.
Right.
The milk comes in, and the froth comes out.
Like, yo.
The froth just come out of my mouth.
Hey, that's what it do.
Right. So I do
The
enjoy lattes, cappuccinos with the extra shot of espresso.
No, I
that is
definitely
one
agree
of
with
my
you.
favorite
Yeah.
things.
I'm
love
totally
them.
in the lattes, but I like mine from Dunkin'. Give me a caramel mocha
Yeah,
ice
see,
latte.
you do all that.
Yeah.
That's like 1,000 calories. I don't know
Exactly.
about that.
I'm having it during
not-
my intermittent fasting time.
I
I can have it. Yeah, I'm not.
But it
big-
is an experience, a treat.
is.
It's
It
just
is.
like, you know.
That's kind of how I
it's
feel
fun.
about iced coffee. So everybody's not into iced coffee, and I don't even drink it for the energy. I drink it because I just like the
The
experience.
experience.
But
Makes you feel off.
yeah, I just do.
It's
It's like
the
something
little
cute. I like with the
things.
whipped
The little
cream and
things
stuff.
that count.
Just little stuff.
Right.
It is the truth.
But I
And
think you
this
gotta
time
be
of year-
connected to that type stuff. Like, it's
Yeah.
even when you saying favorite things, you'll think, oh, it got to be this, favorite that. But it's like, I mean,
What's the connection?
A cup of coffee,
Yeah.
you know,
'Cause
with
it's
a
your
little whipped
favorite
cream or
thing.
something like.
Yep.
And I
yeah.
think that's the piece, that's the place that I want to be more intentional about is put more value
Yeah.
into the words that we
Yeah.
devalue
Right.
so often. So even I know we're wrapping kind of up, but even as a quote, I was thinking about it, and it really wasn't much that I felt like came to me other than that. Like, let's value the things that we so commonly devalue. Yes. So like the word friend, like the word favorite. We use it so frivolously.
Yeah.
And we throw it out there like, oh, that's my favorite song. Oh, that's my favorite drink. But is it?
Yeah.
Or is it, is it just
Yeah.
common for right now?
Yeah.
So when it comes to things like that, I think
Yeah.
that's where my focus
Right.
is just being more intentional about the words.
What's so
Absolutely.
interesting is, like 6 months ago, I had did like these goals that I wanted, and one of them was connectedness. And something that I wrote, I was like, I want to thank God. It's on my phone. Thank God for the relationships and opportunities I have to connect with people.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes, like you're saying, you do lose sight sometimes, not intentionally, but just life happens. And it was like, okay, my goal was, call or text friends just to check on them. And not only be a giver of love, but also a receiver.
Yep.
And
And
you
make
probably
sure
know what I'm talking
yes.
about. Like, you gotta be able to receive. You gotta
Yep.
be able to let people, pour into you. It's those things that is like, well, let me make it kind of like a goal or something that's at the forefront of my mind.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Because we
So-
put those sorts of things, to the back burner.
Yeah.
They just
Because we'll do it for other people
Yeah.
sometimes, but we may not know how to receive it ourselves.
receive it.
Absolutely.
Right.
But so always a pleasure hanging out with you
Yeah,
ladies, and to
thanks.
all of our listeners, take time to jot down your 3. That's your challenge for
Yeah.
today. So that's
Yep.
one of the things that Kathy Morenzi does too in a devotional. Is there's always a daily challenge.
Oh,
So
okay.
the challenge that we're going to leave our listeners with is take the time to write out your 3 favorite things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I didn't have anything. That was actually good to actually sit down and think about.
And think
I was
about
like,
it.
ooh, okay, yeah,
I got
that's
some
some favorite
favorite
things.
things. It is
right. Some
favorite.
things that I like.
And
right.
the things that pop up at the top, are usually where, your heart is.
Yeah.
So, just like it says.
My
in the
heart is
word.
in a cappuccino.
It's in there.
No, it was in yoga.
Prego.
Yeah.
It's in the latte.
It was definitely
Yeah.
in yoga.
Yeah, it's in yoga. I
yoga.
didn't realize it though. It was like, but wait, I really, yeah.
See?
That was good.
But
Thank
grown to love
you.
it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, ladies and guys, thank you again, guys and gals. Thank you so much for listening in. Make sure you continue to follow us on our social media platforms. We are leading ladies, the number 2 legacy on Instagram. On Facebook, we are the Legacy Podcast Philly. So make sure you go to our page there because we're doing giveaways and raffles and we're going live. I think we might have lost our live people today, but that's okay.
That's all right.
Oh, Jesus. Too.
Even for those who are maybe tuning in to the pre-recorded.
Yeah, the
Yeah, so they can
pre-recorded.
tune in. Even
Yeah.
if they're not live with us, you can
Tune
come back
into
and
the
you can watch it.
pre-recorded.
So thank you guys for coming back and watching it.
Thank you for coming back.
And for listening, those who are listening on
Absolutely.
where we on?
YouTube.
Spreaker,
Spreaker,
SoundCloud,
SoundCloud,
iTunes,
Google Play.
And YouTube.
and YouTube. There you
On
go.
YouTube.
No visual yet on YouTube, you guys. We're working on it. We
It's
gonna
coming
get
soon.
Yeah, we got to tighten that
We
up.
getting our yoga
Gotta tighten
mat.
it
We
up.
getting our yoga moves together.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna have some
Hello.
visuals.
They gonna like,
Yes.
splits.
Guess
And
what?
downward dog.
Downward dog, upward dog, left, right, bounce. No. Coming to a theater near you. So thank you guys so much. And remember to continue to chase your dreams and leave your legacy.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.